Yo! You lucky peeps. I'm back. Twice. Back on the horse. Good evening. Yeah, I was going to play Castlevania AGA because we mentioned it last week. And I downloaded it, and first thing is it needs 8 megabytes of fast RAM and I'm only set to 4. Which I can set to 8. I tried it, but then it complained about missing kickstart ROMs as well, so it's just a pain to run. So I gave up on it, and I thought I'll download Metro Siege, and that one just works. There's a lot to be said for just works. Yeah, I don't know why it needs 8 megabytes of fast RAM. That's pushing it. That's pushing the boat out. It just works, yeah. Well, I booted it up and it ran, and that was it. I was like, right, this works. I've given up on like downloading a game on stream and trying to get it to work then, because you just know something's going to go wrong. Mostly with WHD load. This one's not a WHD load game though. This one just runs from the hard drive. I think there is a WHD load version of it maybe. I don't know. But it just works. It just works. No problems. I like the way you've got the empty dog bed cam. The dog is just sitting right next to the... just off the camera. That does just not work. What is it? Animals and children or something? That's what they say, isn't it? Something about animals and children. But yeah, I know everything's set up. I can stream whenever I want. Never work with animals and children yet. They do not cooperate. They just do their own thing. It's having their own jam. I've put the link to the Space Debris remix in every live stream now. Not the Amiga version, the new version they did. Which is quite good. I'm quite into it. I've been playing, I don't know if I mentioned it last week, I've been playing that X-Out Resurfaced. That's quite good, because it was on offer. And I've just bought a game for like £1.50, which is like some kind of modern outrun game. It's called, I didn't know what it's called, I didn't look at the name. Something, I don't know what the name of the game is I'm playing, but it's not very good. It is an outrun clone, a kind of modern outrun clone, but they've done it with, they've made it so you've got to like upgrade the car and the engine and all the stuff, and the car starts out and it's so chronically slow, it's so boring. It's just, it feels like you're driving, having a Sunday drive, and then you look at it and go, oh no, that means I've got to upgrade the engine, and you don't have any money, so you've got to just, it looks like you've just got to grind the career to get the money to upgrade the engine to make the game fun, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it. But it looks like it would be a good game, but instead of like Outrun where they just put you in the game and like, right, you're off and you're crashing into all the walls, it's like, here's the only car you can buy, and it's so slow you'll be bored to tears driving it. And it really is boring. So I don't know what they were thinking there. And if you do like a time attack mode, you can't just pick any car, you've still got the same rubbish car that you have to upgrade by playing the other mode. So it's like they took a fun game and then made it unfun. X-Out, actually pronounced cross-out, but everyone says X-Out. So it's like, yeah, it says cross-out on the actual opening cutscene. It says cross-out. Welcome to cross-out. But it's always been X-Out for me. If they'd wanted to call it cross-out, why didn't they call it cross-out? And it says cross-out on the high score screen on Commodore 64. It says cross-out spelled out. So you'd like to reprogram X-Out is. Yeah, and weirdly, Extreme, the band Extreme, have got a song called X-Out, and they say X-Out. Weirdly. It's X-out. That's the name of their song. So that's really strange. Very, very strange. Like modern Extreme song. I didn't get it. But yeah, I never got that. Welcome to Crossout. Didn't get it. Yeah, it was always X out. But the modern version's quite good actually, because it's still got some of it's still got some of the things that are bad about the old version, like crashing into walls. There's just instantly kills you and stuff like that. But they've made the shop easy to use, and there's like, you know, little tooltip pop-ups that tell you what the thing is you're buying and how much it's going to cost and whether you can afford it. It grays the things out you can't afford and stuff like that. They did Z out, but it only makes sense if the first game is pronounced X out. That is true. I never played Z out. Never played it. But yeah, X out. Yeah, I remember playing that back in the day, and you can change the music to the Commodore 64 version, which is nice. But on the whole, it's just a yeah, like a slightly improved version of the old game. It's got auto fire built in and stuff like that. It's got auto fire on like the right trigger, but you can also, some of the weapons you have to hold the button to power it up, so you can do that still on the A button, so you don't have to. Well, I suppose there is no auto fire Xbox pads. Just auto fire is built in, but it's all right. I think I bought it for £8, probably worth £8. That game I just bought for £1.50, that Outrun clone, would be worth more than that if they just took out this grind, this beginning of the game grind. It's terrible. And to make it worse, you need money to upgrade the engine to make the car be less boring. But the problem is it takes money to enter the races to win the money. And if you damage your car in the race, you have to spend money, and you run out of fuel, so you have to spend money on that. So you're driving this really boring race, trying to not crash into any of the pedestrian vehicles. And yeah, it's just super boring. But looks like it would have been fun, but these kind of sucked the fun out of it. And the reviews will say, no, this is great and everything, no transactions and all that, but they built their own game economy. You can't just like pick, there's no mode where you can just pick up a fast car and play. Like, you think that'd be nice, but you know, let me do a time trial in any car, but no, can't do that. So what are you going to do? I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. Let's make the game super boring at the start, because how are people going to, why would people continue if it's really boring? There may be a fun game in there, but I'm just not willing to put in 5 hours of gameplay to try and find it. I do miss the days of being able to just jump into games and maybe having cheat codes to do weird stuff or make things easy. Yeah, it looks like the new X-Out's got cheat codes, but they're not enabled. I don't know how you enable them, but it's got 5 cheat codes, which I think are going to enable when you do certain things in the game. And on the fake Cracktro screen. But yeah, it doesn't need it. That game, whatever it's called, that I've just bought, synth. I don't know what it's called, like driving synth or something like that. It just needs a mode where you're allowed to play the game properly. Because it's like an arcade style game, but then they put like a grindy career mode into it. It's like, what are you doing? The dog's now just looking at me. Do you think he's got tinfoil on his nose? He's got a piece of tinfoil stuck to his nose. That's weird. I tried to get that Outrun conversion going on emulator, but I can't even get Python to do its what's it business to compile the thing. I don't know why. Just follow the destructions and nothing. Yeah, I didn't even want to go for Outrun because it needs a really fast computer, and you've got to do all that nonsense because they haven't released any of their files because they're copyright with it. So yeah, more remakes, releases need fake Cracktros with trainer options on the start. Yeah, I haven't enabled any. Oh no, what it did was I crashed into a wall or something, and it did give me. It gave me one of the options on the Cracktro, the cheats, which said you could turn off the collision with the walls. But I didn't save my game and came back, and now that cheat's not there anymore. And now I haven't crashed into enough walls to get it back, or something like that. I don't know. But there's 5 things on the Cracktro. So yeah, but that Outrun game didn't get that, which might explain why it was on offer for like £1.50. It's like £8 normally. I don't think I'd pay £8 for that. I've done things with Python before. No idea what I'm doing. No, yeah. Well, you get what you get. I mean, that's another thing with more messing about, but they've done that because of the copyright reasons, I suppose, because you're not allowed to ship with Sega's it is Sega game, isn't it? Outrun assets. Is it? Who made Outrun? Is it Sega or is it? I don't know who made it. It's a Sega game, isn't it? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I've completely forgotten. Sega. Yeah. Never really. I didn't even actually play the arcade game until about a year ago. And it was actually really good. I was like, because I'd never understood the obsession with Outrun. I thought it's all right. It's not a great game, but I'd only ever played the home conversions, and then I played I played the arcade game. I was like, I see what people see in this now. It's actually really good. But the home conversions I don't think any of them are good. Yeah, to be that good, it does take Sega ages. First time I played it was in an arcade in Wales with the proper sit-down cab. Loved it. Yeah, exactly. I'd not played it. It had a sit-down. It was a sit-down cab, and it had the speakers behind your ears, and I think it just slightly tilted, or it slightly moved or something. But it really did feel quite good to play. So yeah, but I only ever played. I remember playing Turbo Outrun on the Commodore 64, and I think I might have played. Oh, the Amiga version was a disaster. I don't know if I played that. I can't remember what other versions I played. But driving games were a hard thing to do back then because you just didn't have the. It's funny, you didn't have the frame rate, and then they've got this modern driving game like this style of retro. It's got this perfect frame rate, but you're going so slow. You're going so slow. The dog is just standing there looking at me with tinfoil on his nose. What's going on here? Get on the camera with your tinfoil. I had Outrun on the Atari ST, and the best thing was the cassette tape it came with that had the arcade soundtrack on it. Probably was the best thing about it. I bet the Atari ST was probably the same version as the Amiga, was it? Maybe it was a little better, because maybe the Amiga version was the Atari ST version with a slightly improved sound, maybe, but still pretty awful. Yeah, Outrun. Yeah, driving games were generally a disaster back in the day. I remember Power Drift being good on the Commodore 64. There was the Lotus game, which I never actually had. I remember playing it in the shop, but I thought that was really cool. What else was good? I don't know. But yeah, it's funny that a modern game with all the bells and whistles, so you're playing it and you're just like falling asleep because it's so slow. Absolutely so slow. And I didn't even look at the name of the game when I bought it. I just thought, that looks cool, trailer looks alright. And then I played it and I was like, oh. I don't think people understand the concept of like arcade game. An arcade game is like 20 minutes of all-out action. That game, I've just played it for 25 minutes and I am bored out of my mind with how slow the car's going. I feel like the Amiga version felt like a quick ST port. Could be wrong. Probably was. I bought Tower 57 this evening for 87p. What's Tower 57? Tower 57? Like a retro shooter. Well, it looks better than that Outrun game I played. but you never know till you play it. That's not bad. It's 10 quid on Steam, that game. Oh, there you go. Got that too. Looks promising. Chaos Engine type game. Oh, yeah. Googled it. Yeah. Ton of fun on that many years ago. Ah, there you go. 87p on one of the stores. That's amazing. Yeah, it's like there's a load of... I was just looking on the Xbox store and there's a load of stuff for like £1. It all looks quite rubbish, a lot of it. About £1.50. I think that game I bought was like £1.87. That was probably the cheapest game on there, but it did look good. I'll try and find the name of it, so you know not to buy it. It is... I'm going to just type Xbox Outrun clone. It's not... I just wish I'd looked at the name of the game. Oh, it's called 80s Overdrive. Yeah. 80s Overdrive. It's currently, it was £1.67. I'll put the link in. Don't buy that game. Unless you want to grind a horrible career on a really slow car. That's what I've just been playing just before the stream started. But the graphics and everything look good and it all looks really promising, but no. Computer says no. Computer says you want to drive this. The car's driving at 160 miles per hour, which sounds fast, but it's not. It feels like you're having a country drive. Like there's little long stretches where there's no turns and you're just bored, like watching. There's not even a turn. You're just holding the button down. Bored, but looked promising. It needs a cheat code to just like unlock me the fast car or give me a time trial mode where I can just play it properly. Not worth £1.67. I bought that on the Switch and only played it once. Didn't click for me either. Yeah, 80s Overdrive. I got that. I think I had one go on it, never touched it again. Yeah, that's the problem. Like I said, I think there's a good game in there, but they want you to play for like 5 hours to find it. And I even realised that it costs like 100 gold or whatever it is in the game to enter a race. And after you bought your first car and a first engine upgrade, which you can only buy the cheapest car, it can leave you with no money to enter a race. And it ends up popping up a picture of a rag and the person says, clean my car for $50, and you have to just press the button on the car and it gives you $50, which is enough to enter a race or something. And I was like, oh my god, this is tedious. They've not even thought through the economy of it, like at least having one race that you can enter for free. But yeah, really bad. And then the fact that the car gets damaged and you have to repair it and refuel it just makes it even more tedious. It's just like, it's not an arcade game then. Got the microphones in the way of the screen, I can't see anything. Nope. Let's see if I can get it. How's that? I think that's better. One second. Yeah, the microphone on is just in the way of the screen, so I can't read the text. Probably to give a copy a friend for 2-player shenanigans. I remember a game called Monaco having a 4-pack for that purpose. Oh yeah. Oh, Monaco. That's that. Is that like heist game? Can't see Mario on the shelf anymore. As Wednesday off him. I think he is up there. He's right behind Wednesday. You can just about see a little bit of him sticking out. He's fallen over. There's no way to get these guys to stand up straight or anything. He's been joined by Spider-Man, Batman, Sonic, Boba Fett, Indiana Jones, and various others. There's a various cavalcade of things there. Yeah, Neon Colors Heist game. Yes, I seem to remember that. It's quite old, isn't it? But I think it's I seem to remember that quite good. It's like a top-down heist game, is that right? The dog is now sitting on the other side of the camera where you can't see him. It's like I should have pointed the camera not at the dog bed. Anyway. He's doing his thing. Hey, let's get the... Oh, let's skip this one. Oh, this one's got lots of square waves in it. We're nearly there to bloody tears. We've got to get to bloody tears. I did want to play Castlevania. Oh, this is square wave hell, this one. If the lights in the background flickering? I'm sure I saw something. I think it's got a dodgy power supply. It's a cheap set of Chinese lights. Yeah, they are. They're flickering. I can see them on the camera. Looks like it comes with a code to unlock a second copy. $16.99. Jeez. Jeez. This has no information apart from Scoopax. Is it really small? It's 70 kilobytes. It's probably really loud because of the square waving. We'll live with it. The next one will be back to normal volume. Oh yeah, there's definitely dodgy power supply. I've been busy resisting Black Monday deals today. Most of the ones on Amazon are only a couple of quid cheaper than normal price anyway. Yeah, a lot of it is just... Yeah, Black Friday. A lot of it is, I think, just stuff that's the same price as normal. You just don't need more garbage coming through the door, do you? Do you really need more cheap Chinese junk coming through the door? I mean, like these lights that are flickering, they're from Amazon. I don't know if they're going to settle down. I think they're going to need a new I don't think there's anything wrong with the LEDs. I think they need a new power supply. Yeah, they are. They're totally flickering. They're totally dodgy. Hopefully it doesn't set on fire. Why even call it Black Friday aside from Monday? They just have the sale for like 2-3 weeks anyway. Yeah, well that's all it is. It's weird. I always thought it was weird. It was like we have sales now because people worked out this was the most popular shopping day of the year. So we have a sale because people shop a lot. It seems like it's like chicken and egg thing. It doesn't seem to make any sense. Because sales are to entice people to buy more, but then people buying more, so we had a sale because they were buying more. Does anybody understand? I don't get it. I've mostly been crying about the price of RAM. I'll be sticking to the AM4 platform for the foreseeable future. What's happened to RAM? Has RAM gone through the roof? Amazon haul, there's some quality tat there. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Big Clive. I've been watching a lot of his old stuff because there's loads I haven't seen. You can do videos for like a decade. He buys all the tat. He goes out and finds all the tat and takes it apart. Might just get one of those 5800X 3D chips and have done with it until it blows over. Yeah. Nobody buys anything unless there's a sale these days. RAM prices have doubled in a matter of weeks. Oh, AI is causing shortages on RAM, storage, etc. When's the AI bubble going to burst? That's what I want to know. When's it all over? That's what we want to know. When can we start talking about real stuff instead of all this AI nonsense? RAM prices have more than doubled, near 400% from what I saw earlier this week. Well, it is Christmas. Give the gift of RAM. Well, I've got 10 megabytes in this baby, and 4 of it's turned off. Think about that. Think about that. Here it is. Bloody tears. I was going to call the stream that, the bloody tears stream. But we can't do it. Looks like I'll be running the Intel MacBook Pro until it's completely dead. Not buying new hardware anytime soon. Right, the dog wants to leave the room now. Now he's not been on camera, so I'm just going to take the dog downstairs and then I'll be back while you listen to Bloody Tears. It's a good... You're making this a good song. I got the tinfoil off his nose. I have plenty of DDR3 RAM sticks. Wonder what they're worth now. Probably nothing. That's probably true. We are three wise men. We bring gold, frankincense, and RAM. What even is frankincense? Probably some kind of spice. I don't know. Whatever it sounds like a terrible gift for a baby. I think it probably is. I imagine it was probably just something that was valuable. Was that the idea? They could have just sent him RAM. Can you imagine that? And Jesus wants a MacBook. When I was first working in IT, RAM was the most expensive thing, and there were RAM raids. Our London office was hit, and they crowbarred all the PCs to steal the RAM sticks. That's insane. That is insane. I remember there was like an earthquake in Taiwan at one point, wasn't there? I can't remember if it's 90s or 2000s, and the price of RAM just went insane because all the factories had shut down, and it was in high demand. I remember that, having to actually make use of the Kensington lock slots to stop people opening cases and taking RAM at work. It's crazy. My computer at work now has got 128 gigabytes. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. 128 gigabytes. Right, I've got cheap Tesco lemon and lime. And I've got this. I bought this. This is alcohol-free beer, which I thought might be quite good to have with this, and I don't like it. I don't know what it is. I don't like it. It's 0.5%, which is not really alcohol-free, but maybe that's what they're allowed to consider being alcohol-free. Just says unfiltered lager. It's all right though. I've got to get through it. I'll push on through it. It's a first world problem. Have I done this before? Have I bought this one before and didn't like it? It generates lots of fizz. I'm not going to pour it out of the Amiga. It generates too much, whatever that is. It's alright, but I don't know. There's something weird about it that I don't like. The lemon and lime, cheap Tesco lemon and lime. I suppose it's lemon and limeade. That's good though. Look at that. That's too much. Too much. Too much. Trying not to spill this all over the Amiga. Yeah, you need the lemonade in it because the beer's horrible. I need the lemonade in it because the beer's horrible. Might try some next time in Tesco. Lemon lime, not the beer. Yeah, don't buy the beer. The beer was expensive and horrible, and the lemonade was cheap and it's nice. YouTube should add some reaction emojis and trap like you get in ice teams. Frankincense is a kind of incense, apparently. Yeah, that is just what a baby needs, isn't it? Yeah. It's like, have you had a baby? Have a stick of incense. And they're like, are you crazy? We're in a barn. One spark from this thing, and it's gonna go up in flames. Aldi make nice fruity fizzy drink. Can't remember what it's called, but it's good. There you go. Get some of that and some cheap beer. Funny thing about the alcohol-free beer though, it's not even cheap. That's the problem with it. You're taking the alcohol out and then still charge. I suppose it's because it's like they just brew beer, it costs a lot of money, and then they have to do something else to it, so it costs even more. What can you do? Is the next one the Castlevania one? Let's skip to that. Is this Castlevania tune? Probably one of the Vive drinks. Our Aldi's often pretty stocked of that. Assume it's their own label for soft drinks. Maybe. I don't know if this is an actual Castlevania tune or just something sounds like Castlevania. Ghost Ship is 0.5% is good. I'll have to try that next time. This one's Lucky Saint. Don't like it. You might like it though. I don't know. I just don't like it. This is Castlevania tune remixed. Right. As I say, it sounds very Castlevania to me. Well, that is Castlevania. Which we're not playing. We're going to punch people on a subway. And see if this game's any good. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Oh, it was the first piece of music in the first Castlevania. There we go. There's quite a few Castlevania games on sale on Xbox, actually. Like bundles of like... One of them's got the Game Boy version in as well. It's like loads of different versions emulated all stuck into one game, I think. So maybe I should get one of those instead. It seems the AGA version is an absolute pain to run. I think that's the thing about modern gaming is the quality, the ease of being able to play a game now is just, it's so trivial. You just like that game I just bought for £1.87. I just hit a button, downloaded in about 3 seconds, and I was playing it, and that was it. But the game's rubbish. If the bundle that has GBA Castlevania ever goes on sale, I need that. Well, I think it is. It's on. Oh, it's not Game Boy Advance. It looked like, I don't know if it's Game Boy Advance, but there was one that definitely was the Game Boy because it's black and white. But yeah, Xbox Store had 3 Castlevania games. And when I say 3, they were like bundles. I don't know if they were really bundles. Castlevania Anniversary Collection, £6.39. I can definitely see the Game Boy version in there. But it doesn't really say if they're emulated or what version they're from. It just says there's a list of these games. But from the looks of them, one of them looks like the Commodore 64. I'm going to paste the link. There was a Castlevania no one knows about, it's quite good. Castlevania Revived or something. Rebirth. It's the real 6502. That was Anniversary Collection, but maybe that Rebirth... I don't know. Castlevania... That's the one I saw. There was two others as well, two other games. But that was one of them. The one I want is Castlevania Advanced Collection is actually on sale right now on the Switch. Oh, was that one of the ones? It might be. I think that might be the one that was on sale as well on Xbox. Which is Xbox and PC, I think. I don't know if it's both. That game I just bought, the Outrun game, was PC and Xbox. Yeah, that's on sale as well. Advanced Collection, £8.79. There's the Advanced Collection. What's different about that one? That's got featured games. Castlevania Circle of the Moon. And... I don't know. Oh, it just says this content is locked because I'm not signed in. There you go. That's on sale as well on Xbox. So it's probably on sale everywhere. Our favourite non-68K CPU is here. It's my 6502. The 6502 is our favourite CPU, let's face it. And the 68,000 is our second favourite. Well, it's definitely... I think for me... No, for me, I think my favourite CPU yet is the 6502. Second favourite, 68,000. Definitely. Everything else is just a CPU. After that, Pentium 1. I don't know which is my favourite after that. What's your favourite CPU? That's a question. Can I do a poll of that? How do you do poll? Engage with your audience. Start a poll. Oh, this is great. Favourite CPU. We've got the 6502, the 68,000. What else have we got? We've got 386. Oh, how many options can I add in this? 486. Oh, you can only have 4 options. Right. Well, we're gonna have to merge 386, 486 into one, and then we'll have to have Pentium. Oh no, we've got to have the Z80 in there, haven't we? We'll go for Z80, the D80, and then we'll just have. I think we'll just have X86 after that. There we go. You can only have 4 options in a poll. Don't know why. 4 options, that's your limit. Wow, and it takes up the whole screen in the chat window. Oh, the 68,000 is winning. Can I vote in my own poll? No. I can't. It's funny because on the stream window it just comes up as a massive poll because it's just stuck there. It won't do anything. 6502 was the governor, yeah. Z80, Intel Core i7. 68,000 for me, liked the instruction set, it was good. Got to include the old Z80, yes, that's true. I think the Z80 was supposed to be like an x86 compatible replacement. Oh, this one's gone funny. Let's get that on, it went funny. 68K crew represents. The Threadripper, oh yeah, it's true. Yeah. Yeah, I do like my AMD Ryzens, to be fair. I think AMD Ryzen would be third. The x86 has got 0 votes. That's pretty poor for the x86. Hybris, yeah. It's funny how you can have a favourite CPU, isn't it? I think the 6502 is everyone's real favourite CPU. You know, it's like when people ask, what's your favourite kind of fruit? Everyone says oranges, but actually, if you look at sales figures, people buy more bananas. So clearly it isn't. Yeah, I would have put ARM in, but I could only have 4 options. K62 550. I've got an AMD, maybe K6 or something somewhere. I've got a box of all the CPUs. I don't know any others. There's the PowerPC. PowerPC. Got any love for the PowerPC? That was kind of the follow-up to the 68000. That was Motorola and Intel and some other people did that. Later CPUs are quite possibly better, but as time progressed, I moved further away from the actual hardware in programming. Yeah, I think everybody did. The 6510, yeah, the 6510's kind of it's just a 65.2 with a few extra pins and some extra instructions, I think. Xbox 360 was PowerPC. Yeah, it was. So was the Mac. So was... What else ended up PowerPC? The Amiga went PowerPC, didn't it? There's Amiga OS for PowerPC. And the PlayStation 3 was a PowerPC as well. Celeron for the win. Yep. What about those Celerons that they did that were actually just Intel? They were actually just Pentiums, but they were Pentiums where they didn't quite work fast enough, so they sold them as Celerons. And everyone bought them thinking, wow, these Celerons are really good, and then they bought an actual Celeron. It was terrible. We'd like to see the future where ARM and maybe RISC-V compete. Board of x86, x64. It's not going away, is it? They're all kind of the same now, because they all kind of work the same way, I think. And they're not really all the same, but the way they work is similar. I think ARM's winning on the low power front, isn't it, though? All the low power devices are ARM. All of them. Shall I end this poll? Because then it'll get it off the screen. There we go. 68,001, 6502 got 22%, Z80 got 11. The poor old x86, which is what I'm using to do this stream, got nothing. It's got nothing. Or are you going to call it x64? I don't know. x86 is technically in there. Well, 68,000 for the win. Yeah, the Z80 never got a lot of love. I never liked the Z80. Like I said, I think the Z80 was supposed to be some kind of weird... I think they were doing it to, like, supplant the x86 to be, like, a replacement for it, but maybe that makes sense why the Z80 is just as weird as the x86. Bring back the madness of the PS3 cell processor. Yeah. Yes, those were the days. And there is, of course, the Pentium Pro. That was and the Itanium, which only just got dropped a few years ago, or was it a year ago or something? There's a good I don't know if have I posted this before, the Retrobytes video about Itanium. I don't know if everybody remembers Itanium. It was Intel's attempt, because you know, like we got 0 for votes for the x86. Well, Intel didn't like it either, so they decided that they were going to try and get rid of it, and they came up with Itanium. And I remember it coming out, and I remember nothing really working that well on it, and it kind of got dropped straight away. But they were still having to support it for quite some time. This is a Retrobytes video. It's only 10 minutes long, actually. Intel's biggest blunder, Itanium. I'm going to post it here. Itanium, what a magnificent failure that was. Yeah, there's a very good Retrobytes video about it there. It's Jumby9 Wazdi and Jimbo. The Transputer, yeah, that's what the Amiga guy did after he did the Amiga, isn't it? He did the Transputer. The guy who designed the Amiga OS. Anyway, if you want to watch a video about Itanium, like I said, I think the thing that I thought was amazing about Itanium wasn't that it was just like they did it and it was a disaster, because I remember it being not very good, is that they had to support it until like 2024 or something. I couldn't believe that they were still making them for so long. Spark, wasn't that another one for servers or something? Yeah, that was Sun Microsystems using that or something? There's also MIPS. There's MIPS. I think Windows run on MIPS. I think Windows was x86, PowerPC and MIPS. Sun Spark Station, there you go. But yeah, Intel trying to kill their own CPU architecture and then ended up making an absolute mess of it. And then AMD taking their architecture, making a really good chip out of it, and then Intel had to like copy their chip. So it's just really strange. It's just a really strange history, the x86. Oh, PlayStation 1 MIPS. Yeah, it did. You're right. Yeah, the PS1 had MIPS. You're right. Oh, was the N64 MIPS as well? I don't know. But yeah, they're all lost to history now. It's all x86 and ARM now. ARM, x86, and everything else is just a waste of time. Or it's some kind of weird NVIDIA GPU. But yeah, I don't think I ever realised that, you know, in my lifetime I'd go from having a single core 1 MHz chip to a 16 core 4 GHz chip that can run 32 things at once. And they're making like 100 core, well, yeah, 100 core chips. It's crazy. It's mental. Absolutely mental. The 286 is my least favourite chip. That's what. Because just remember the PC that my dad used to borrow from work, from school, and it was a 286, and it was just horribly slow, and I hated it. It was running Windows 3, and it just everything about it was horrible. It was just a mentally slow computer. But I don't think the 286 was such a bad chip, but I just think that experience of it ruined it for me. I love seeing screenshots of the Windows Task Manager trying to show all the cores on 192 core Threadripper. Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? I saw those Windows guys, they'd made it so that they could play Pong inside the Task Manager by just like, by maxing out the cores. They could highlight the little cells on the CPU, and they could actually draw a picture with it. PS1 Threadripper. Didn't Intel struggle to get over 3 GHz with which one? They were struggling because they were just like they weren't innovating their technology. They were just like trying to clock it harder and harder, and it was not going well. N64 had a MIPS R4300i derived from the MIPS R4000 series. Thanks, Copilot. If that's true, I think, is that what the PlayStation 1 had as well? Do you know what that means? That means I have, in this building, I have a Z80, a 6502, a 68000, an x86, and a MIPS processor. I have all of those in this building. I think, and an ARM processor in my phone as well. That I know of, anyway. Got the whole lot. Just don't have a PowerPC. I've got all of them. I knew N64 was on MIPS because of MIPS. Nips the rabbit in Mario 64. Is that what he's named after? The else we get mad. There's 4 different mods of this. Maybe we'll have to skip over them if they're all... It's going to loop. It loops. Yeah, so in this building, I've got all those processors. It's funny to think, I wonder if you could go in a house nowadays, anyone's house, and there is no microprocessor in that house. Is there anybody out there who doesn't have a microprocessor in their house? It's crazy. Because when I was a kid, like, home computers were just becoming a thing, and I'd gone from a home that had just a TV set and radio, or whatever, to a home that had a TV set, radio, and a home computer, and now, you know, and that's like, so CPUs were starting to turn up in homes at that point, but now they're absolutely everywhere. You know, they're everywhere. And I kind of knew that when I was a little kid. I was like, this is really cool. This is like, you can do so much with this. But I think at the time they needed miniaturizing before you could really stick them in cars and stick them in fridges and stick them in washing machines and all this kind of stuff. But now they're absolutely tiny and they're everywhere. I bet my TV or microwave probably has an ARM chip in it nowadays. You reckon? I bet the TV does, but I'm not sure about your microwave, because your microwave's cheap. Your microwave's cheap. I'm calling you out. How much was your microwave? My microwave doesn't, because it's got it's got 2 dials, and you turn one to set the time, and you turn the other one to say how much you want it on, and then it pings at the end, and I think it's actually a bell. And do you know what? It's a Panasonic microwave, and I've had it for like 20 years, and it still works. I think they make microwaves a bit too fancy, because really all you want is like, I want to heat this thing on full blast for 5 minutes, and that's all you're doing. You don't do anything else. It's second reality. I have more processing power on my shelf doing nothing than NASA had in their first 50 years combined. Yeah. Yeah. And in fact, I've got multiple 68,000s, multiple 6502s or 6510s, multiple Z80s. I've only got one MIPS processor though, that I know of. And I've probably got several ARM chips. Oh, do you know what? I've got 2 ARM SIDs as well, and they've got ARM chips in them. So 50 years is maybe a bit strong. Maybe, yeah. But I know you could go back to, not that long ago, you could go back to like the iPhone 1, and it was more powerful than a supercomputer from like 10 years before it or something like that. Basically, an iPhone 1 was more powerful than supercomputers. Didn't NASA get to the moon on something less powerful than a ZX Spectrum or something crazy? Yeah, if you look at the actual computers, they're all built up out of like solid state stuff, and they're massive. They're just like, you see these little boards that they've got, and they've got like 5 transistors on them and stuff. You're just looking at it thinking, oh my god. I think it's the only reason like people like Elon Musk have got these rockets nowadays, and when you look at them, it's just, it literally is the Saturn V rocket. There's not much that different about it, except it's a little bit lighter. And I think the reason it's lighter is because it doesn't need loads of the computer stuff is like small and light. Even my chainsaw is computer managed. Oh my god, it's got a 6502 in it. Apollo's onboard processing was barely a calculator, yeah. Apparently it had 32 kilobytes of RAM and also weighed 32 kilograms. Now, see, that makes sense. If you're making like boards with like 5 to 10 transistors on or whatever it was, then you could probably understand that. 32k of RAM though, that's a lot of RAM. That's how much RAM the Game Gear's got. I think that's the Game Gear, isn't it? I suppose, yeah, when you think about it like that, then you go to the moon in 69 on 32 kilobytes of RAM, and then in 82, the Commodore 64 comes out, and it's got 64 kilobytes of RAM, and that was only 13 years after the moon landing. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? That's weird to think about that way, that the Commodore 64 is only 13 years after the moon landing. If you think about it, if you take the moon landing forward 13 years, they would have used the Commodore 64 instead, because it was more powerful. Didn't have a 6502. 6502 didn't exist until 75. That's 6 years after the moon landing. They had numbers for verbs and nouns because they didn't have enough power for whole words. Oh my word. Back then, that must have been a crazy expensive amount of RAM, I suppose. I think that would have been the most RAM you'd probably seen in a moving object, in a mobile object. Did IBM build that? IBM did the computers for the Apollo program, didn't they? I think. I remember when the Cray 1 supercomputer from the 1980s cost around $40 million. A mid-end PC nowadays at a few hundred quid would blow it out of the water. Yeah, it'd more than blow it out of the water. It would blow hundreds of Cray supercomputers out of the water. Yeah, I think the speed difference is insane. I mean, let's see if I can find it. It's Cray 1. Hang on, let's have a look. I don't know. It's hard to compare the speed though, really, isn't it? Because it's like, what do you compare it on? The Cray 1 was 160 megaflops. If that's our metric of measuring how good it was. It was an 80 megahertz 64-bit CPU with 8 megabytes of RAM. That's crazy. So it's actually a bit faster than my Amiga. Let's put it that way. So let's have a look. CPUs by megaflops. Is there a comparison? Here we go. Right, I'm going to tell you now. I think. No, I'm not. It's hard to find numbers. Wait a minute. Oh, the Wikipedia's quoting them US dollars per gigaflops. Jesus. I don't know where to find this number. Well, let's just compare it to iPhone 1. What was the iPhone 1? Oh, the iPhone 1 was 100 to 220 megaflops. And the Cray was 160. So the iPhone 1 beat the Cray 1. And when was the Cray 1 from? 1975. There you go. And the iPhone 1 was from 2006 or something? Something like that. So, yeah, it wasn't that far in the future, and you had in your pocket what was faster than a supercomputer. US Air Force used thousands of PS3 processors for its homeland defense. Cray 1 looks way more cool and sciencey though. It does, because it's got all that liquid cooling in it, hasn't it? A Cray 1 would look super impressive. Might have to knock a few walls out to fit one in the house. I don't think they were that big. They were like the size of a big sofa, weren't they? I suppose getting through the door is the problem. Looking at a picture of Cray 1 now, it does look like a bench seat in a conference. It does, yeah. It looks like a sofa, like a circular sofa. It's hello, Mr. Dave. Can you tell me where to download Second Reality from Estrek in mod format, please? It'll be on Mod Archive, I believe. Because that's probably where I got it from. Let's just... It's probably one of the top mods. It's probably one of the top mods. Let's have a look. I don't know, is my version actually mod, or is it not? Where's my second reality gone? It was on it, wasn't it? Oh, it's second, spelled second. Aha, I found it. That is second reality. Is that a version that's been done by... converted by S-Trek? Yeah, there you go. 459 kilobytes. Whoa. Crazy. Oh, this module has been spotlit. Nominated by the crew for either outstanding quality, technique or creativity. On the 9th of November 2025? Really? There you go. Second reality. I want a quantum computer. They look like strange and alien. Well, they're kind of like the Crayon that they've got super cooling in them. How closely have you looked? Maybe they're repurposing them as seating. They might as well. They seem to need massive amounts of cooling. Yes. He's only gonna find it. Right. I am. Right, let's shut this down and let's get ourselves into Metro Siege. Is it Siege or Siege? You decide. Here it is. I downloaded it. That's the original file. It's got ADF files in there as well. I did download what is it? Castlevania. It doesn't work. It needs a kickstart that I don't have. Thank you very much, Amiga Rules. It's no problem. I assume that's not your real name. GTR9 and 505. Is that one of the made up names? Unless that is your real name. It's quite unpronounceable. Right. Let's indulge ourselves in the intro. 2024. It's got a little scrolly background. Is this just gonna... I was wondering if it's gonna roll a demo or something. The times have come. They have come. Oh. Oh, let's do demo. What's it gonna do? Oh, for Metro Siege, yeah. It's doing demo. Oh, look at this. Right, I want out of the demo now. I want to play it. That looked good. Spoiler. What are our options? Video options? Polls? Oh, they polls in front of the... We'll put the polls on. We definitely want music. Oh, it's got a joystick test. How cool is this? Oh, my joystick works. Oh, can you use a second button on this? Oh, the escape key does that. I remember this. I did play this. There you go. Right. Ah, one of them's locked. Let's be Kim. Look at Kim. She looks like a cyborg.
Yeah.
It's like Final Fight, but we should have had. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm already... I assume you can play this with one button. How do you jump? Maybe you don't jump. Do you know jump in this game? Oh, look at that. Ah, well he can jump. Wonder how I jump. I think I might be missing out on a button. We'll find out. Up and fire at the same time, that's not... No, it does that. If I hold the fire button and do that... Nope. No, maybe you don't jump in this game. Ooh. How did I do that? Oh, that was using my energy. Shouldn't be doing that. That guy's called Kev. See at the top? It's Kev. And that's Ross. It's Ross and Kev. This is quite good already. Oh, it's a hamburger. Yeah, that was firing down. That got that. So maybe there is no jump in here. There's lots of button bashing. He's giving me quite generous hit detection, isn't it? Well, I'm nowhere near that guy. It's being quite... Look, it's quite generous. Oh, big dude. Oh, there's the pole. You can turn them off. Oh, I'm accidentally doing my superpower. Oh, the big dude was actually quite easy. It said in the website blurb that you need a second button controller, really. Get the old Mega Drive pad out. I'm not sure if it's safe to use Mega Drive pads on the Amiga though. Just checked in the game's README and it needs 2 buttons. The backgrounds are animated. Well, we'll see how far we can get with 1 button. I'm assuming I can't... It's just jump I can't do. Should have read the instructions. Oh, he's the fat guy again. If we're going to get to a bit where I have to jump over something, I'm screwed. Oh, I'm getting kicked while I'm down. It's not fair. He's dead. This would be a game for the Amiga, the A1200, because that's going to have 2 buttons. I do have a Mega Drive pad somewhere. I'm still not sure if you can use those on the Amiga with. There's not a danger of blowing your Amiga. I don't know for sure that you can use them. Ouch! Ah, that's not fair. Killed me while I was on the ground. Ow! Don't kick me while I'm down. Whoa, the big dude. Oh look, I'm moving about. I think maybe that's where I'm supposed to push the jump button or something, whatever that other button's going to do. Why can't I can kick that, but I can't really do anything with it. It's safe, I use one all the time. Yeah, but isn't there like a combination of stuff that you can press that can blow up the input-output stuff? Challenge mode unlocked. Complete game without jumping. Yeah. And I turned out alright. There you go. I used to use the Mega Drive controller all the time. Then it suggests someone here read up on it. I saw warnings that they could fry one of the AI chips on me. That never happened to me though. Yeah, I don't know if it's like a combination you've got to press a key and something, but I don't want to risk it. I used it on my A500 and it was fine. Didn't even know it could be a problem until someone mentioned it. Yeah, I just don't want to risk it because it's not like you can get these chips anymore. What's that? What's she doing? She's just hiding out now. Oh, chicken. Could have done with that a bit ago. It's good to have more than 2 enemies on the screen. And it's not an insane amount of slowdown. And it's not completely washed out palette, which is nice. It's got some good colours. It's not as colourful as an arcade game, I'd say. Trick is not to get surrounded, isn't it? But that's what the AI are trying to do. Ouch! Got booted in the face. I think this is where I need it. Look, I'm just not getting up. That is a very generous leg sweep. Very generous. Thanks to Beam Up Games, I never fail to eat chickens when I find them in the bin. Street chicken. Never turn down street chicken. Oh, I didn't do that. That's cutscene. Floor bin chicken is good for you. Yep. Oh, donuts are good for you. Can I eat those? Officer Bob Robert. Local cop on the take. He's a big dude. It's no surprise. Last I checked, vigilantism is a crime. Criminal. Let's do it the fun way. Uh-oh. He's got ads. Who needs a second button? Maybe me in a minute, I don't know. Maybe me. I think I did know this had a second button, I just forgot. Oh, get up! Oh, he's blocking. Come on, Bob. Keep doing that special move by accident. Bob's taking a lot of hits. Get up! Come on. Oh, where's he going? He's off. Oh, he's gone and got his riot shield. Am I in trouble now? Is this where I need to jump? Oh, they were fast. These guys are as fast as me. I think I can still hit him though. Oh! He's... Is that hurting him? I don't know. Ow! Oh, I was dead. Let's try the other dude. Let's load him in. I am Getting my ass whooped from the lack of a second button. Oh, there you go. Did my special move on him. That's the girl's electric move. That's his move. Is just kneeing him in the balls. I should find that gun. Oh, before it ends up in the wrong hands. I thought you were going to shoot people with it. Feeling peckish. Wish there was some wall bacon. Used to be able to get wall sausages. Yeah. Didn't they do bacon as well? Had those the time as a kid. Hate them. Hate those all the time. I don't know. That sweep is deadly. It's like the backwards elbow in Double Dragon. Yes. I like it. Go on, Bob. You get out of there. Oh, we're going down into the underground. Oh. Look at that. Is that going to stop? Probably not. Do the leg sweep. Yes. Well, it's even got... It hits them while they're in the air. Oh, that was not good. This rolling around is weird. I wonder what the move is I'm missing then. It's probably jump, I assume. Probably. This guy's called Bile. Oh, I was going to read the chat, but these guys came out on the train. Yeah, that leg sweep. Could it go? Oh, didn't work there though. And there. Just hit him in the air sometimes. Oh, he got me now. He got me with a leg. Oh, that killed them. Can I kick him on the ground? Yep. When punching is maybe better because you get more hits in. But the leg gets him out of the way. Just switch from top chat to live chat. And can comment now. I'm going to switch to live chat as well. Forgot all about that. So this really is the Final Fight port we should have had. If someone had given me this instead of Final Fight 1, I would have been plenty happy with it. Yeah, this is pretty modern though. It's not like there's a ton of people typing. Does YouTube really have to skip comments? I have the live chat, top chat too. It's YouTube AI. I'm starting to dislike it. Yes. It's always done that, like, live chat thing. It just abandons some people's comments for some reason. Oh, was that Officer Bob again? Oh, he's got a weapon. Oh, it's gone. I thought I was going to be able to pick that up. Oh, street burger. I need that street burger now. Street burger. Can I just punch this guy, please? Kyle. Oh, I'm getting surrounded. The screen's a bit wibbly when the train's coming past. That's intentional. A little sudden you can't pick up and use their weapons. Yeah, I thought I was going to be able to pick up that baseball bat, but it's not to be. Look, it's gone. Magic. Ow. You need me in the face. And in the back. Is this bin going to be? Oh no! Street chicken! I got it. Nothing beats a bit of street chicken. Oh, I chucked them into each other. I wish I knew how I just did that. Did it just get brighter then when the train went past? That leg sweep's good for stopping you getting surrounded. That's what it's all about. Oh, didn't get enough time to do it. First, most of us turn off leaderboards. Now we have to toggle chat mode. The chat mode was always a thing, even before the leaderboard thing existed. Bin chicken. Everybody loves a bit of bin chicken. Especially if you're in the middle of a fight, you're not going to be able to stop at like a subway or anything. You're going to need to get your chicken out of the bin wherever you can get it. As long as it's fresh, freshly disposed, you've not got a problem. Ah. God, was I fighting 5 dudes at once there? I think I was. Oh, I was kicking that guy while he was down. That's the thing people do. Uh-oh. More dudes. I wonder how many continues I've got. I've used quite a few already. Kicking these guys on the floor. You coming back? There you go. Oh, it's Bob. Chasing Bob. Oh, it's loading. Oh, I'm punching a pole. I was wondering what was going on there. Still punching it. Wow, it's a bit cramped in the subway. Who knew? Oh, I killed that guy while he was on the floor. That's a bit cruel. Oh, he's blocking me. Anna smashed him into that pole. Oh, are they blocking the leg kicks now? That guy's like, leave me alone. Oh, I think I punched the pole again. Yep. It's got some good noises. Yeah, he's blocking. Block this. I can't see what I'm doing because there's a chair in the way. Do people really walk along like that with just like the fists up? Maybe when they're in the middle of a hectic subway battle, but there was no one else in the car to fight. That guy's just reading, the other people are cowering, but one guy's just like, he's just carrying on reading his paper. Oh, I'm smashing him into that pole. Oh, he was a bad dude. I should have realised something was going on there. Like, why is that one guy reading the paper? Yeah, walking along like that. It's Bob again. There's nowhere else to run, Bob. Unless you get to the train station. It does seem to get a bit brighter. I do have to ask though, just who is buying and then leaving entire cooked chickens around? I think what's happening is the colours on the side of the train very subtly change once the front of the train goes off screen. Yeah, there is something weird going on. I find the whole screen bounce up and down a bit off-putting. Is that standard for beatbox? Yeah, it is a bit. It's a bit weird that. I don't think there's an option to turn that off. It happened in Final Fight, so it has to happen in this. All 3 levels have been exactly like Final Fight so far, except in this you move down the train and the other way. Didn't notice it at first, but now I can't unsee it. Tell us who's behind this attack on the city. Well, we'll let the real cup deal with you. Oh yeah. Once this riot is settled, I'm the one with the badge. You're about to enter. Respect my authority. Oh. He's just booted his mate. There you go. Was that the whole thing? Or is it a demo? Or is this just an advert? Chat with us on Discord. Crazy. Oh, there you go. That was the whole thing. Is there an option to turn off the bouncy screen? No, you can get rid of the poles. Polls video. What was the gameplay? Maybe. Player 1. What? You can get the. Oh, that's kind of like. You can have an AI buddy. Is that right? So if I do 2 players now. Was there only 3 levels? Oh yeah, there's only 3. Not that there were 3 bad levels though. If I do 2 players now. Oh yeah, look at that. So I'm player 1 and the computer can fight as player 2. And I don't have to do anything. You can actually have the computer play player 1 as well, which is weird. It even has a fat cop boss. Is there a mod you can do to your joystick to get the second button? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how the second button works. It's not got a separate like line, has it, or something? I don't know how it works. It said it was a tech preview. It would be cool to see progress on it. Is it a tech preview? Is it finished or what? Let's have a look. I don't know, is the answer. Or am I playing, just says get the Metro Siege demo now, so is this the demo? It says join the Metro Siege Discord to give us feedback and discuss the game. Stay tuned for progress updates. I don't know if this ever, because it said 2024, did this ever become finished or what? Wait, they didn't put the Discord link on their actual website. Play in your browser? Yeah, the other button is jump. It says it on there. Oh, run flawlessly on Amiga 500 computers with 512k of memory expansion. So you don't even. This isn't even an AGA game. Really? That's crazy. It doesn't. I was going to link to their Discord, but I don't know. I don't know what the status of it is, other than there's a demo, and I don't know if it's ever going to be finished. So there you go. That's the demo, but there's more, isn't there? You just did the demo there. Oh no, I did. That wasn't the demo. This is it. It's just 3 levels. You haven't got any mates. You can still play 2 up. Yep. Tech Preview 1 has 3 levels and 2 characters. Don't think there's a New Republic build yet. I don't have to punch everyone. I can get player 2 to do it all. It says Tech Preview 1 2024 on the webpage. Yeah, it doesn't say the current status of the project, whether they're going to do more to it. Who knows? These kind of projects, though, they do get. I mean, it's time consuming making a game, and especially when you basically. I mean, we could give them some money on PayPal or whatever, but basically you're doing it for free because it's not going to fund the game. Maybe the Discord has a later version there, keeping private. I don't know. I couldn't find. It said the Discord link in the game, but when you go to the website, I couldn't find the Discord link. Oh, this is much better with 2 people. Now we're surrounding them, not us surrounding. Oh, where I could get out. Seems that the jump button isn't really that necessary either. As long as there's no bit in the game where it says press jump to progress. I suppose you're missing out on some moves. It would be nice to be able to jump into them. But it's quite good. I can't believe this is Amiga 500. Is that 32 colour there? Bin chicken. Oh, it's a bin burger. So there might be an absolute ton of moves that I'm not doing. It's good though. Discord has their Patreon page has an update video for back in July. But I'm not a member, so I can't view it. Maybe that's how they're funding it, and maybe Patreon is funding it. I think I haven't heard it being mentioned, and I've only just got around. Well, I wanted to play Castlevania. I've got around to playing that. Oh, maybe you have to be a patron to get on the Discord. I don't know. I have no idea. But it's good. It's good stuff. It's funny that Amiga's getting games in 2024 and 2025. It's absolutely bonkers, isn't it? They're doing a... Hang on a minute. Yeah, they're doing a CD TV version as well. Bonkers. I'm not doing anything here. The AI is just beating the hell out of everyone. Beating the hell out of them. Oh yeah, and you can even drop out the players. That's quite good. And the keyboard works. And the quit works, I think. Quit actually works. Crazy. Well, there you go. And it's 2 discs. Well, that 3-level thing's 2 discs. That was loading as I was playing though, so I don't know how well that's going to work off floppy. Might have to just wait a bit longer. And it's very impressive for bog standard Amiga game. Yeah, pretty much is bog standard Amiga. It's quite good. Progress vid is public on YouTube now on the Big Beam Canon channel, July 31st. Well, what can I say? I don't know if we should play any of the games now. Put Space Debris back on while we wait. But yeah, it's shame the Castlevania game, I don't know why it needs 8 megabytes. That game's running with like a megabyte of standard RAM, and Castlevania needs 8 meg of fast RAM. It's just, jeez, what's going on? Love those massive workbench icons. Yeah, and that's not even the biggest, is it? Because you can make them any size you want. Weren't the ones that were like the size of the screen? It's just crazy. Getting some more fizzy lemonade. Cheapo lemonade. Yeah, massive icons. Everybody loves them. Everybody loves them. Well, I might do a shorter stream then today, or cut it shorter. Instead of digging out another game and playing that. Dig out some more games next week, maybe. Some of the WHD load games have really large, colourful icons. I had to tweak my setup for them to all display properly. Yeah, I'm still in good old-fashioned 4-colour mode. Because that's the way I always knew the Amiga as being 4 colours. And things do seem to... It's also faster in this mode. Which is nice. It's fast. It did say as well that if you've got the ADF version there, it works with 2 disk drives. So you can just get your old second floppy out. I've still got my second floppy somewhere, which I haven't really used. I haven't really used it. Let's see if I've got any games that work on the 1200 that I haven't played for a while. I've got X-Copy. Well, I'll tell you what I've got. I wonder if this is... That says EOB3. I don't know what that is. What's that? It says it's Tiny Bubble, but I don't think it is Tiny Bubble. Let me just boot that. Don't even know what I'm booting here. It says Eye of the Beholder, but I don't think it is Eye of the Beholder. It's booting something. What is this? Oh, maybe it is Tiny Bubble. Let's have a look. No, whatever it is broken. It's all bad. Oh, I'll tell you what, original Turrican works on the 1200, kinda, doesn't it? I think it does. Works with a slight bit of corruption. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I think I might have to disable cache on this though. I think this works. Wait for it. Comes up on the stream before it comes up on my monitor. Because my monitor is strange. I think this is going to run. I'm gonna have to get back to. I'm gonna have to get back to. Oh no, more Lemmings. Could do that next week. And I've got Fate of Atlantis to get back to. But in the meantime, with a slight bit of visual corruption, this works on the 1200, which is quite a good thing for a game that's a few years before the 1200 came out. That's quite good. That's good work. To only have a minor amount of corruption. And it's got the Chris Hulsbeck. Yeah, 1990. The Amiga 1200 was 92, was it? Is that right? What was the first game you played on the Amiga? I played Feud. I have no idea. I have really no idea. Because I remember, I think the game that I remember seeing was in the shop was Blood Money, because I remember the intro looked amazing. But I probably saw stuff before that. But I think that was the first one where I sat up and took notice. Maybe. But it's all a bit of a blur now, I don't know, it's a long time ago. Does anyone read Amiga Addict magazine? Love that. The latest issue comes with a cover disc of X-Copy. Oh yeah, they did like a tribute to X-Copy. Maybe now the first time anyone can actually own a licensed copy of it. There was a YouTube interview with the guy who made X-Copy, isn't there? And he's still doing things where he's trying to preserve software that, you know, people can't copy. Either North and South or Pinball Dreams was the first game I played on the Amiga. Shuffleput Cafe, Barbarian 2, Xenon 2. Yeah, it could have been Xenon 2, it could have been Blood Money, it could have been R-Type, it could have been... Oh, I don't know actually. What else was there? But it was probably something rubbish that I don't remember. And the only game I actually remember, like, playing was Cannon Fodder. I've got all my other memories of playing other games are gone, but the Amiga was more of a... like I did stuff with the Amiga. I obviously played a lot of other games as well. Can't remember who did the X-Copy vid, but it was super interesting. You never know how many different versions there have been. Oh yeah, that's Rob Smith Dev, I think. Rob Smith Dev did that. In fact, yeah, that's the video where he interviews the guy. Shall I link that video as well? That's a good one. That is a good video. It's Rob Smith Dev. X-Copy the full story. Yeah, he's got like it's an hour-long video. Yes. Yes, very good. Yeah, I've got one of it. I've got his little device that allows you to convert a PC floppy into an Amiga floppy, USB. Well, it allows you to read Amiga floppies on a PC. I've got one of those. That's a good video. If you've got an hour, jeez. He doesn't usually do hour-long videos, but that one is good. I got the A500 1.2 on release, which I wish I had not sold it. Well, there you go. 1.2. Yeah, when it came out, there was not really many games, were there? It took a few years to get some good games. I think that's why, if my first game that I remember is Blood Money, it's probably like a couple of years after the 500, maybe. So that's probably why I didn't sit up and take notice until then. Because nothing came out for the original Amiga, because it died. And then the 500 comes out, and it took a year or two before games were coming out. Maybe Blood Money came out in 89, though, didn't it, or something? Or maybe that was Menace that came out in 89, I can't remember. Let's get this baby running. We played Turrican 2 last week, and now we're getting the original. Well, not really the original, because the Commodore 64 was the original. This was a game I played on the Commodore 64, not on the Amiga. But I remember seeing the Amiga versions like, wow, it's so colourful, it's so cool. This is going to seem really weird after playing Turrican 2 a lot. But the music always comes up on my, on YouTube Music, which I listen to when I'm out walking the dog and stuff. The Turrican music just comes up a lot. Oh, can I... there we go. That's your first extra life. There's the A1200 corruption. But this is unmodified, this game. This is totally working. This is 2 years before the 1200, so testament to the Turrican people. You did a good job. I think you did a good job, because a lot of games just didn't work at all. One thing that's missing is the more colourful copper bar backgrounds. Oh, and you can only do the Shuriken mode 3 times, can't you? Is it 3 times per life, or do you have to pick that up to get more? So you can't just do it all the time. I think the amazing thing is that this is a Commodore 64 game, really. When you play it on the Commodore 64, it's like crazy. Can you get up here somewhere? Oh, there's the corruption. I'm gonna fall down a death hole. Oh, a bit of slowdown there. Going back to the original Turrican. Oh, jump to your death. So they did change the colour of the background, but they don't make gradient backgrounds. Oh, this is the when you get down here, you can't get out. Well, you can get out, but it's just a bit rubbish. Oh my word. Gonna die. The laser's not as fat in this version, are they? Need some power. Need a pee. I need a pee. Can we get up here? I'm always looking for the secrets. There's no secrets. Oh, I never actually got the power, and I just thought I'd be alright. Nope. This is a bit weird. You've got this, you can't exit there until you've killed that guy, and it doesn't really tell you that. I used to love playing Marble Madness. There's the power that I needed a while back. There's no extra life up here, is there? Nope. Oh, there's that. I keep thinking there's like a bridge of these you can build, but it's not here, is it? Oh, big fist. Well, he didn't take much. I'm definitely not playing through the whole of this game on the stream. I'm having a quick... Oh, here it is. This is the bit I thought was happening. Yeah, look at this. Whoa, that's crazy. I've got up to 10 lives. Oh, look at me. Ah, I'm in the lightning zone. Uh-oh. I missed that jump. Is there a extra life down there? No. Is there one down here? Am I making this up? Yes. The thing about the Commodore 64 version though is I always thought that it's got the music while you're playing, and it does in places, but not as much as the Amiga. The Amiga's got the music everywhere while you're playing. Commodore 64 has it in some place. Oh, that nearly killed me. Has it in some places, but not all places. Whoa, that guy's having me. He's had me. Where I'm going. Oh, here. That's where I'm going. I bought an Amiga 3000 yesterday. Don't ask me what I paid. I'm getting 50 soon, January, and this is my birthday present. Other people buy a motorcycle. Yeah, that's fair enough. It's probably cheaper than a motorcycle, right? Just remember, you can't die riding an Amiga down the motorway. But maybe you can. So you've probably done all right. Wise choice. I think I'd rather have the Amiga 3000 than a motorbike. Definitely. People quote the Amiga 3000 as being like the best Amiga, don't they? But it is just I'm alright. It's just what's the spec? Is it's just a standard pre-AGA Amiga. Has it got an 030 in it or something like that? It's just a fast version of, like, I don't know. Yeah, the fastest. Oh, whoa, whoa, look at this. What's this all about? Ah, I just fell in it again. The fastest pre-AGA Amiga, really? Something like that. It's got a nice case. Oh my god. I am deed. Deed. Where am I going? Oh. Oh! Damn it. There's a thing in that wall there. I don't think I'm supposed to be down here. I'm gonna get lost. I'm already lost. Yep, I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm down to a pea shooter. Oh, we're back at the start. Maybe I'm supposed to be going up, not down. Maybe. But it's not like that. Oh, that thing hurts you. Anybody know where to go on this level? Ow. I think I want to be up there. Oh, oh, oh. No. Up. That's where I want to be. Oh, it's this goddamn horrible jumping section. No! Oh god. It's really technical jumping. No! Right. I think this is where I want to be, maybe? Or maybe not. Oh, it's a boss. Whoops, I'm dead. And the boss is dead. What do I get for that? Nothing. Nothing. Weird that Turrican had bosses in the middle of levels, but that's just the way they did it. Do they not know end level bosses are supposed to be at the end of the level? You never heard of that? Yeah, I've forgotten where to go on all of these things now. I wish there'd been an AGA version. I think it was a prototype made but reworked into the 4000. It's a 60 out of 30 ECS machine. Yeah, that's... I bought it for the looks. It had some Varta damage but is restored nicely. Very good. What did ECS add over OCS? Was it just double the possible chip RAM? No, it's got a few extra things it can do. It's got the high resolution mode. There's a few minor things it can do, but yeah, the chip RAM is definitely one of them. Because I did know all those because I was reading the hardware reference manual, or the fake hardware reference manual. Yeah, resolution was... Oh, look at that! Oh, extra lives. Yeah, definitely resolution. And probably a few other things. Uh-oh. But mostly the RAM is what everybody knows it for. Can I get up there? Yeah. The RAM was a big deal. This is one hell of a level. Is there a secret up here? No! Yes! If I could find my hardware reference manual wherever it is. Oh, it's over here. I might be able to tell you. Let's have a quick look. See if I can find anything relevant in the Bare Metal Amiga programming book, because quite often it lists things here about like you know, about ECS and stuff like that. What have we got? I know the sound didn't change because it didn't change on any Amiga. Color registers, same. Color mapping, same. Yeah, there are things here like bit plane control 2. It says, you know, like bit 14, bit 12 to 14, OCS unused set to 0, ECS AGA genlock bit plane selected. There's like loads of minor differences. Oh, it's extra half bright mode. Was that in OCS? Oh, kill extra half bright mode. So some of these bits in the bit plane control registers, yeah, just don't do anything on OCS. Bit 9, kill extra half bright mode. Unused on OCS, set to 0. ECS, AGA. Genlock color key, OCS unused. So there's more differences than just the RAM. What else have we got? Just looking for any of the registers that say, oh, on OCS this doesn't do anything. Difficult to tell. Ham 6, is that? 6-bit plain version of Ham or Holder modifier has been present in every single Amiga produced by Commodore. There you go. That's not different. Ham 8, that's AGA. Oh yeah, there you go. Bit plane control 0. Bit 6. S high res. OCS unused, set to 0. ECS AGA enables super high resolution mode. I don't know what we classed as super high resolution, but it was quite high resolution for its day. So yeah, there's just a bit that just doesn't do anything on OCS. Enable bit plane control 3, OCS unused, ECS AGA set to 1 to enable bit plane control 3. Yeah, on OCS machines there are 2 horizontal resolutions available. When the high res bit is set, the high resolution mode is selected, giving a horizontal resolution of 640 pixels. When the high res bit is cleared, low resolution is selected with a resolution of 320 pixels. For ECS and AGA, another resolution was added. The super high res bit. The super high res is set and the high res bit is cleared, then the super high resolution is selected, giving a 1280 horizontal pixels. There you go. So you couldn't do that on OCS. 1280 horizontal pixels in like 1980 whatever. It's crazy. The 4000 just looked like a PC to me. My 486 had a very similar case. I think it's a good case. It's quite compact, isn't it? It was dead, but it has been resurrected. Oh, so the 3000 died, but it works. I picked up a Commodore 1932 VGA monitor today to make it time correctly. There you go. Makes sense, the application technical stuff like Genlock and such, as game requirements never seem to exclude OCS for ECS. I never saw that. Yeah, like the super high res was never used by games anyway. It's used by Workbench, so you didn't see that. The Genlock thing, I've never even seen that in use. Wish I still had my old Commodore monitors. They were great. The Amber chip does flicker fixing scan doubler in it. Oh yeah, it's got that scan doubler built in, hasn't it? Forgot about that. Amber on the new chips. So is that really the big change for ECS? They added super high res mode. A couple of extra things to do with Genlock. Yeah, bit plane control to Genlock bit plane selector. We've added a kill extra half bright bit. What else? Plane control 3, they're all kind of similar. So, yeah, 1280. Try to find if there's anything else different. Oh, here we go. VPOS, Veeam vertical position. Bits 1 and 2, OCS unused, set to 0. ECS AGA, beam vertical position, bit 9 and 10. OCS, bit 7, OCS unused, set to 0. ECS AGA, long line indicator. Okay, so it's got like, there's different stuff in there. but it wasn't enough for people to write home about. If there's anything else. 1280 pixels across there, that is bonkers. Anything else? Sprites. Let's see if there's anything different about sprites. No. That's the answer. Oh, hang on, what's that? No. Not really any different. AGA's got some different stuff with sprites. I think you can have a different resolution to the bit planes. Bitplane Control 3. Bitplane Control 3 is an ECS or AGA thing. It's not on OCS. Color register bank selection. Second playfield color table. Sprite resolution unused set to 0. Oh, it's AGA. So slight differences. Enough to break things probably, because if you were writing into these bits and you thought there'd be nothing in there. Sometimes it does stuff. Does the blitter do anything different? Does the blitter? Oh yeah, so blitter control register 1, bit 7, DOFF, D-O-F-F, OCS unused, ECS AGA, disable blitter output on channel D. There you go, so you couldn't do that on OCS. So they've made like minor differences everywhere. Why you'd want to disable the blitter output? I don't know, it's probably when you're doing a test. Like you're testing to see if something overlaps. Anything else in the blitter? Don't know. They may have fixed some bugs as well, maybe. So that's possible. No, I think that might be it. Minor differences. CIAs are the same. Disk accessing is the same. There you go. Minor differences. It talks VGA. What did extra half-bright mode ever do to anyone to deserve death? I think the problem with extra half-bright mode is that why it deserved death was because it didn't. The first one, Amiga didn't have it, did it? Am I right? And it was added later on. So I think that's where the incompatibility comes. I think that's the problem. Does the 4000 have that scan doubler too, or was it 3000 exclusive? Not that I'm aware of, the Commodore released a scan doubler A2320 card with the Amper chip. This card was for the 2000. Does the scan doubler make things look dodgy though? Does it like blur stuff? There you go. OCS and ECS, slightly different. Not just 2 megabytes of RAM. Oh, extra life up there. Ew. And I nearly died. Is there anything worth going down here for? Apart from death. An extra life. I'm going to die getting it. I should have gone as the little shuriken. No, it's gone now. Damn you, Turrican. Now I'm in a right bad place. Oh, there's another extra life. And another one. Yeah, well, I'm dying getting these. I've got 3 lives and I've lost 2. Can I get back without dying? Nope, nope, yep. Just about. Hope this is the right way. Some very satisfying sound effects. I think you can kill these with this coming in. Yeah, you can. Oh, that's not the exit. Am I back where I shouldn't be here? Is this exactly where I don't want to be? Oh my god, it is. I am lost on this level. More lost than that purple level on Turrican. Oh, because I should have gone up here the first time, right? Should have gone this way. Let's do this. Oh, this is the right way, I think. It's a new way. Oh, this is a dodgy end to a level as well. You just got to shoot that. And then you have to do that. That's a dodgy end to a level. The early 1000 models don't have extra half-bright mode. That must have made some games incompatible. Yeah, I think it did. Especially if you accidentally turned it on. Hence maybe the kill extra half-bright mode thing or something. I'm not sure. Maybe that bit was always there. I don't know. Oh, I missed them power-ups. Ow. Turrican, the game where power-ups kill you, and that floor just disappeared. God damn. Oh, come on. Floor didn't want to die. Takes 4 bullets. Right, anyway, I think I'm probably gonna end the stream here anyway. We'll put one more go of some mods. Find some different mods. And then we'll call it a day. Turrican 1, eh? A classic. But yeah, the good old Amigas. I don't think I knew about those differences with the with the ECS. I just thought it was like more memory. If you do how do you control the screen mode? So high res list, super high res. Yeah, that's what you couldn't do. Watch this go crazy. Yeah, that's ECS only. And doesn't it look strange? 1280 by 256, but the worst mode is going to be this one, isn't it? This is going to be a horror. This is where you're going to need your amber chip. Oh, jeez. Never used interlace back. I think the interlace mode was one of the reasons why the Amiga wasn't a success, because it's just awful, let's face it. It's like, who could look at that all day? It's like, jeez. Yeah, so that's not an AGA mode, that's an ECS mode. It is incredibly high res for its day, I've got to say, but absolutely awful. Truly awful video mode. There's people in the chat have had seizures now because they've looked at that. So it needs to come with a warning. I think the Amiga would have come with a warning if it was released nowadays with that interlace mode. Absolutely bonkers. Hey, there's space debris. What else can we add? Let's put one of these random ones on. Random. Yeah, 1280 by 256, such an odd resolution. Yeah, I suppose it's just because like it was 256 and then they were like, well, we've got more horizontal, we might as well use it. Okay, no, that is way worse. It's just, yeah, did I mention that in my Why the Amiga is Awesome video, that did I mention the interlace mode was terrible? You could really do a video of like why the Amiga was not awesome. And I think interlace mode would be number one reason, because there's no way you could sit there and look at that. Like if you wanted to use the Amiga as like a business machine, you just couldn't sit there and look at that. I never used it back in the day. I hated it. Absolutely hated it. It might be fun for a little bit to look at a deluxe paint picture that was done in interlace, but even then you'd be like, this is horrible. Amiga was designed around the CRT. Yeah, but it looked terrible back in the day, that did. It didn't look, well, it did look that bad. TV back in the day was interlaced, yeah, but it didn't look like that. I think it's when you're trying to sit there and read small text and stuff like that, it's just a horror. I couldn't use it. I remember the game AGA using interlace mode for the screens before the title. Thankfully, not the titles of the game itself. Yeah, that what's that game? We played a game that also did it. Is it Bill's Tomato game or something? That does it as well. And the problem is nowadays when you've got these like, these converter boxes, it takes a few seconds to change resolution. So every time I went to the title screen, I'd just be looking at a big black screen on my monitor while it's trying to synchronize with this thing. What was that game? It must have been a demo. It must have been a demo, because it was. I'm sure was it Bill's Tomato game? I think it was that. I only have used the Amiga on a Commodore 1084 monitor though, so never had the issue of interlacing on TVs. Never even had the TV modulator break for it. Yeah, I just used to use my Amiga on it was a portable colour television, and it had composite in on it, and I think it had SCART in as well. So I don't remember if I ever used it with the. I don't remember using it with this. Might have used it with it. I don't think I had an RGB cable. I think I used it with composite, but it was still awful. So yeah, I don't know what the other reasons you could say for the if you did a video for why the Amiga was not awesome. I'm trying to think now. Interlace mode was horrible. It had lack of software support from lots of people, let's put it that way. Microsoft weren't doing anything for it. And what else was there? I don't know, it wasn't really... I suppose the video output was a problem. I suppose lack of expandability in the wedge versions, but it did end up with the 2000 and the 4000 and stuff that were all expandable. I think Agony used extra half-bright mode as well, so those poor early A1000 owners missed out. Yeah, it would have looked weird, that, because I don't know what you would have got. You would have just got the... I don't know what you would have got. You would have got nothing. Back in the day, I had a Philips CM8833 monitor, same as the Commodore 1084, only another case. Yeah, it is a Philips monitor. The Commodore monitor is a Philips monitor, isn't it? Was there any difference? Did they have a different input or something? Oh, no, I know the difference. I think I saw... Did Adrian's Digital Basement do it? They'd just done an offset on the screen to make the Commodore 64 look better or something. They just offset the screen a bit, I think. Oh, Wikipedia shows a single screen example different and missing extra half-bright looks rather nasty. Yeah, I suppose it depends on what you were doing with it. But... yeah. Was it supposed to be there and it didn't work, or was it something they just found they could make work? I don't... Dimples. I don't know, I just knew it didn't work, but I only found out in later years that it didn't work. But most things didn't use it. Isn't there a game that uses it on the title screen? What's the game that's got the ninja or samurai fancy moves? It's like a sunset, and there's like a shadow of a ninja on the front. It's just fancy moves. But that's got to be extra half bright, because it just shades everything half bright where the ninja is. This one's loud. Wiki says Agony Defender the Crown, Lotus 2 and Unreal use it. There's definitely another one. It's on the titles. What is it? Is it like Final Samurai? I'm thinking of something. I can't remember the name of it. Let me find it now. Maybe it wasn't extra hard bright mode though. It's possible. First Samurai. Is that the one? I'm just thinking then. Oh no, this is not it. This is not the game I'm thinking of. Although weirdly it does look like it's got... No, it's not. It's not that. What game was it I'm thinking of then? It's... Second Samurai? Is it that? I didn't know that was a game. I don't know. I'm sure I read the Adventure Game Universe is part of it back to get 256 colours on the 256 colours on the A500. Crazy. Is it Samurai? No. I don't know what that game is then. I'll never know. Well, there you go. But I'm sure that game does it. You had two Commodore 1084s. A P and D version. P was Philips and D was Daihatsu. Alright. I never had one of those Commodore monitors. In fact, I never had a monitor. I always used it. Yeah, the Amiga for me was always used with the little black and... Well, I had a black... It was a black and white... No, sorry, a colour portable television. But I specifically bought it to use, like, with the computers because it had the SCART and it had the composite. And it had stereo jack inputs in the front as well. So I could put... It had stereo speakers. So I could get the Amiga in stereo. And it had a tilt and swivel. And it was I think it was 200 quid, which was probably pretty expensive at the time, actually. Was it £200? And I think I had to buy it on interest-free credit because it was so expensive. But yeah. Yeah, it had it was basically, it was almost like, it was kind of like a monitor because it was on the tilt and swivel. That's why I bought it. I have no idea what the actual TV was though. I think in the end I left it at my mum's house and she used it for quite some years actually. So eventually I think analog TV got turned. She was using it as a TV, I think on top of the fridge or something. And analog TV got turned off and it stopped. TV tuner stopped working. I'm not sure if the TV ever actually stopped working. Or if it just got scrapped because it was left. Well, I didn't need it anymore. Because it's moved on to PCs and stuff. I also had a 1081 but never knew the difference really was, other than 81 having extra button to toggle the screen green. What speakers do you use with your Amiga? Well, in fact, until the last live stream, I've been using a set. All I was using was a set of tiny. You remember tiny computers? I had an old set of tiny computer speakers, and I used to use them. But because I've got a bigger room now and I've got some space, I'm actually just using, I've now got it plugged into a Technics hi-fi amp, which I've had since around about year 2000, but I bought it second-hand off a guy at work in about year 2000. And he really looked after it. It came with the manual and everything. And it still works. I don't know how old it is. I think it's from the 90s. So I've just plugged it into that, and I've got a set of, well, I've just got a pair of Behringer speakers that I bought, quite cheapish Behringer speakers, but they're quite good. So I've just upgraded to a full-on amp. I had Tiny Computers 486, might have had the same speakers. Yeah, I've still got them, they're like tall and thin, and they're quite knackered because they were, like the pot was really scratchy on them and everything. But I can really crank the volume up on the Amiga right now. So it's on really low. It's on like 1 on the amp. I don't know what this is. These speakers are rated for 100 watts, I think. Probably 50 watts. Can't remember now. But yeah, I've got one speaker on the bookshelf and the other one's over there. So it's quite the stereo is quite jarring now sometimes. But I think the best thing to use is whatever you've got. But yeah, a set of computer speakers would be fine. But now I've got it jacked into a hi-fi amp. It's overkill. The amp is pulling more power than the Amiga. The lid had broken off my 1081. Spent a couple of hours today refilling dry joints on my Sony amp. Yeah, this Technics amp has never had. None of the pots are scratchy. There's nothing wrong with it. It's got a phono input as well. If you're into vinyl, it'll be able to take an input from vinyl. It's got got the tape monitor thing where it mutes the sound, which I accidentally press sometimes. It's probably hideously inefficient. It's probably like a really massive linear power supply that's like really eating power. But yeah, it's probably over 30 years. It's probably as old as the Amiga. It's probably like period correct for the Amiga. But yeah, it's just over there on a bookshelf. But I used to use it in my living room along with these Behringer speakers. I just used to keep it in the living room for like plug an Xbox into it, or I could plug my phone into it if I wanted to listen to music. But it's become the Amiga thing, and I've got my computer on the other side, which I work from home. I've got my work from home computer and my actual desktop PC. My desktop PC is plugged into the auxiliary input, and the Amiga's plugged into the CD input. They've got CD and auxiliary. I think you get phono, CD, auxiliary, and tape. And it's got outputs for 2 sets of speakers. It's not any. It's still stereo, but I think you can plug 2 sets of speakers into it, which I've never done before. I don't know why you'd want to do that. You can just have lots of speakers about. Was that a thing back in the day where people plug 4 speakers in even though it was only stereo? Does anybody remember doing that with their hi-fi? But yeah, these old amps, I don't know if they seem to go forever, but that one's not been recapped or anything. I've probably put the kiss of death on it now by saying, oh, this thing works. But I've never opened it. I've just, But like, I could see when I bought it off the guy at work, it had been really looked after. In fact, he sold it to me with a set of Bang & Olufsen speakers, which are quite big though. That's what I used to use in the living room as well. Yeah, I used to use the Bang & Olufsen speakers. They're really good as well. I used to use those. No, in fact, I used to use those as the 2 speakers on my surround sound setup for my Xbox. And I'll get those back set up once I got my living room set up a bit. I did that. A and B speakers. Yeah, maybe that was a thing. Yeah, it was a thing back in the day, wasn't it? Having 2 sets of speakers and you could have A, B, or both. Do you know what? That's quite useful, because then you could like pipe speakers to your kitchen and then just have the kitchen speakers on and stuff like that. Sony amps from the 90s are notorious for dry solder joints. Oh, there you go. Obviously, Technics is not. I don't even know the model is that. So it's a Technics SU610. I've never knew that. I've just looked it up. Technics SU610. Let's have a look. Hi-Fi Wiki. Oh yeah, people are selling them for 70 quid. It's quite heavy as well, actually. eBay, here we go. 70 quid. Wow, there's my amp. Who knew? Class A, what does that mean? Technics SU stereo. Input speaker knob is a bit tight but works fine. Oh yeah, look at that. Right, I'm going to post that. That, I don't know what year. Oh, it won't let me post that link because it's too big. Hang on. I've got to shorten these eBay links. Oh my god, these eBay links are crazy. There you go. I've got it plugged into that. In fact, I can probably even find the speakers that I've got. Behringer make cheap stuff, but it's quality stuff, but it's cheap. Can I find Behringer speakers? Yeah, there we go. And there's the speakers. So the speakers cost more than the amp. And the speakers have got wall mounts actually, so I think I'm going to wall mount them. They come with wall mount brackets. Does your amp have motorized volume control? No, it's nothing fancy at all. It's quite basic. It's not got a remote control. Doesn't have motorized volume. Yeah, that's it. Do love an amp with nice knobs and chunky buttons. Yeah, the volume thing's massive. It's really good. But that's the only thing you really need. You turn it on and use the volume. That's pretty much. Oh, and the selector for the input. But yeah, I'm going to get a lot more stuff wall mounted in here. I'm going to wall mount those Behringer speakers. Yeah, come with wall mount brackets, which is quite good. In fact, they're over there. Here they are. Come with these wall mount brackets. Ultra compact speakers. There's the, you see, you've got the manual. Pair of them. Not that I'm recommending this stuff. This is the stuff I've got. So I was like, well, I'm going to use it somewhere. Like I said, the speakers and the amp used to be used in my living room, but my living room's just going to have the Xbox with the surround sound setup. So I'm using them here now because I've got more room for the stuff. I didn't have any room. The desk was smaller and the room was smaller in the old place, so the tiny speakers made sense. Kids today do not know what a stereo tower is. Yeah. I suppose nowadays you can do a lot with it. A Bluetooth speaker does a lot, doesn't it? So, but really, this is a really, in terms of power efficiency, this amp and the speakers is big and draws a lot of power. And it really, I don't know what you really get for that. You don't get a lot. I mean, it is loud. I could crank it up really loud, but I can't do that while I'm on the stream. Maybe I could, if I see how much it'll pick up on the mic. I'm going to mute the sound from the Amiga. I'm going to crank the speakers up. Let's see if you can hear it. That's bloody loud. That's on about 4. Is it? It's on about 3 or 4 on the amp. That is actually pretty loud. Actually, that was on 2 on the amp. I turned it from 1 to 2. So, yeah, I turned it from 1 to 2 on the amp. That was it. So God knows what happens if I cranked it up to 5. I'd probably kill the speakers. What were those speakers with 50 watts or something? I don't know if these I don't know if that amp's overrated for those what are they rated for? Linear frequency, high power handling capability with extremely low distortion. They weren't distorted then. It doesn't say what they could handle though. 5-inch speakers, just as high power. So 100 watts, there you go. Maximum speaker output 100 watts. You wouldn't want to drive them at 100 watts, but I want to get an old school graphic equalizer. Yeah, I don't think they were really for show, weren't they? You really, I mean, there's a little bit of EQ on this, but it's not turned on. You really don't want any EQ. Not unless you've got like a room like a church and you're trying to get rid of the bass traps and things like that. So yeah, is this a 100 watt amp? I don't know. If this is a 100 watt amp and these are 100 watt speakers, then they're rated for each other. But I don't, you couldn't turn this up to 10, you'd die. No idea what it is. No idea. The amp, that is. Does the eBay thing say? Just says it's a Technics SU10. I'm sure it'd kill these speakers if you cranked it up. It says it's 30 watts per channel. So in theory, these speakers are overrated for the amp, and in theory you could crank this up to 10, but I think I'd die. It was pretty loud in here. Well, there you go. Hi-Fis. They're a thing still. I mean, you could get an amp that's like a tiny little box that can do what that can do now, but I've just got that, and I've been using it since the 2000s, so it's like, keep using it. Keep using it. Like I said, I bet it draws about 100 watts or something. What it doesn't have is all like the nice to have features that you want to have a modern amp, which is like if you accidentally leave it on, it just draws, it'll draw like 100 watts even when it's silent. But you just don't know it. Unless you see the red light, you don't really notice it's on. It's from the days before when they had like different coloured LEDs, so the only LED on it is red, because that's probably all they had back then that would be good. I like the Technics EQs. I had a little red LED on each slider. Looked well nice. Turn it up to full, get ready to replace your windows. I don't even know, I mean, I'm in a detached house now, but I don't even know if the neighbours had come out and go, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it's 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, you've got like insane like level of volume. 25 years ago I built a tube amplifier. I built a tube amplifier construction kit. Sold it in 2015. I like tubes. So there you go. There you go. Right, well, we've looped now back to Space Debris, so it's time to end the stream. But there you go. We got onto hi-fi amps this time. But yeah, I've got the Amiga plugged into a proper amp, so it's proper. I can proper jam out. Like when I'm in the room working and stuff, if I want some music, I can just boot the Amiga up and crank some out. It's good having a big stereo separation as well. But yeah, Technics, I don't know, were Technics a cheap make or not? Or was Technics an expensive make? Because it's 70 quid on eBay now, but I don't know if like, about 70 quid? I probably paid less than that for it back in the day. It's got a massive heatsink in it. Yeah, I don't know, Technics. Anybody know? Are they still going? They are. Technics still exist. That's cool. And they make turntables. Crazy. DJ equipment, headphones. Absolutely bonkers. Well, there you go. Right. I think it's time to... Oh, hang on a minute. Imagine getting the cops called out for noise complaint after having Space Debris running out. Imagine that, going to jail for playing the Amiga. Dave cranking out Space Debris at full volume. You can just see it kind of open the windows. Technics were quite pricey at the time. Quite well made though. Technics with a dog's B. DJs like Technics. Well, do you know what? It's probably 30 years old and it's had zero maintenance, and I'm using it right now. So, what can you say? What can you say? It's good stuff apparently. But right, I'm going to end before we repeat Space Debris all over again, which wouldn't be a bad thing. But right, I might be back next week for more stuff. Maybe we get back to Lemmings, or maybe we get back to Atlantis. Before I get back to Atlantis, I want to watch a bit of my old live stream, see if I can remember where I was there. Right. Thanks for dropping in. And I'll catch you next week, assuming I'm not in prison for noise pollution. I'll see you later.